great white trillium. Trillium grandiflora, big flower trillium sometimes it's called, or sometimes spring wake robin, although that's applied to many other plants as well. They are indeed white. They are trilliums, meaning that they have three of everything, including the petals, the inside would be the leaves, the petals. Inside, you'd look inside and it would have three stamens, three pistils. Everything is in threes. Here I am in Linden at the Thompson's Wildlife Management Area. And these things here, because there's millions of them, more than any other place in the world. I think 13 million was one estimate. You can find, of course, tons of them, and do blanket the whole area. I mean, they're just beautiful, beautiful plants. But because of those numbers, also, we have lots of variations. Many of great white trilliums actually start off or end up pink. But here, because of the great numbers and variations, we have some double-flowered ones. We even got some that start off or just never change color. They just permanently remain that type of bright color. These are myrmecoccus plants, so ants spread the seeds. They grow something called an eliosome, sometimes called a caruncle in trilliums, but a seed growth that grows on the outside of the seed. It's got lipids and sorts of fatty acids and things like that that certain species of ants find irresistible. They carry them off to their nest, where they eat the eliosome, discard the seed in the rich trash bins which are in their nests, and that means that they've not only moved the plant from one place to another, but they planted in rich new soil, and it's protected. It's underground from predators and stuff. And so we can thank the ants for some of these brilliant, huge displays of trilliums. Now here, we have a ton of trilliums, and not all of them bloom at the same time. You'll see many of them are not in bloom. It sometimes takes 3 to 7 years for the plant to store enough energy for it to bloom. And so we shouldn't take these for granted. These took quite a while and good circumstances for this to grow. But we have tons here in Linden, along with tons of other wildflowers, whether it's showy orchis or a variety of other things. And we have to thank basically hunting conservation dollars. This is bought and paid for with hunting licenses and the fees on ammo and so forth, with a small portion being provided by permits in order to visit. But this is really bought and paid for with hunting dollars. But that's not just the only reason we have this beautiful registered native plant society, this beautiful place that is full of tons of native wildflowers, as I mentioned, including native orchids like the showy orchis. But also because it's hunted, there's not an overpopulation of deer. And so it has a chance to grow this big without deer completely eating them and destroying them. Of course, there's still deer here. Deer are an important element of the forest, but we don't want an overpopulation, and that means, though, that since they're hunted here, there's never too many, and that allows even deer favorites like orchids, which are normally eaten to the ground, to survive quite well. And thus we have these great white trillium displays, beautiful, beautiful, throughout Thompson's Wildlife Management Area in Linden, Virginia, the last week of April, first week of May. And again, I didn't pick the best location, but they're spread all the way through the woods. It's kind of hard. I don't know how much you can see, but a beautiful, beautiful display of our native great white trillium, Trillium grandiflora.